Hey shooters, welcome back to the Shooters Resource Channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Sako L61R Finnbear. This is a great gun. It was given to me by my grandfather. It's chambered in 30-06, but it comes in a wide variety of long action chamberings. Sako's got a rich history. It began manufacturing in Finland back in the 1920s. And it purchased a popular firearm brand you might know as Tikka in 1983 and brought it under its portfolio. Now, Sako was bought by Beretta back in the year 2000, but they produced the Finnbear, the model we're talking about today, from 1961 to 1973. So you can get everything from 7 rim mag to 30-06 to 25-06 to 64. There's a lot of really cool chamberings for this rifle. Now, Sako has a very rich history. They began manufacturing in the 1920s. They manufactured the Finnbear from 1961 to 1973. They purchased the popular firearm brand Tikka in 1983, and they were bought out by Beretta in the year 2000. Sako's mission statement is a passion for perfection. And they manufacture quite a few models, with their current flagship model being the Model 90, replacing the Model 85, which was really popular. They use a mixture of legacy craftsmanship techniques and equipment, combined with modern machinery from popular companies like Zeiss. Every rifle is hand-built by a qualified gunsmith and test-fired with 2 overpressured rounds, as well as 3-shot groups to confirm sub-MOA performance. The Finnish have a proud history of hunting, and they believe that it's every man's right. So I was happy to take out my granddad's rifle this fall and take a Georgia whitetail buck, as well as an eastern coyote. I had a lot of great time hunting in the woods with this gun. It's lightweight, well balanced. It's coming in right at about 8 pounds. So not ultra lightweight, but in terms of 30-06 recoil, it's just right in my opinion. One thing I will point out in terms of reliability and something I really didn't care for a lot was the scope mounts. Sako has a patented and proprietary scope mount system. It's actually tapered. And the taper design makes a lot of sense because it's kind of counterintuitive, but when you shoot a rifle and the recoil pushes back against your shoulder, the scope actually wants to go forward or stay in place as the rifle moves back. So it's actually the tapering on the mounting rails here are wider in the front, preventing that. Now, there are some folks online that complain that this type of tapered dovetail is not ideal and that they have problems with it coming loose. But Sako says as long as you use their rings and you keep them torqued to the rail at the recommended 50 inch-pounds, you shouldn't have any problem at all. One thing a lot of folks don't know is back in 1939 through 1940, Finland was defending itself against a Russian invasion referred to as the Winter War. And there was a sniper referred to as the White Death who had the most confirmed kills out of any sniper in recorded histories. It's said that the White Death took more than 500 confirmed kills in less than a 100-day period with a Sako-produced variant of the Mosin Nagant. When it comes to reliability, I find that Sako feeds extremely well with their 3-lug bolt. No problems, no complaints. The action is buttery smooth, especially for a 50-year-old rifle. And when it came to performance, Sako offers, even back then, a fully adjustable trigger that's extremely crisp. And I found accuracy with my 3-shot groups to average just under sub-MOA performance. However, there's a lot of rumblings in the industry, especially after the popular Hornady podcast came out talking about what size groups really have statistical significance. And so I just so happened to listen to this podcast right as I was developing my loads for the Sako Finnbear. And being a person who's spent my entire career in engineering and quality, I can appreciate the talks of normal distributions and what it really takes for something to be statistically significant, which just means, yes, I might be able to shoot great 3-shot groups with my rifle, but that doesn't necessarily represent how consistently accurate it will be over time. And I seen that because in my 3-shot testing, I think I shot somewhere in the neighborhood of, let's say, 100 rounds worth of 3-shot groups. And while the overall average was sub-MOA, I did have some 3-shot groups that ended up having much wider dispersion than I expected in terms of accuracy. And so I might have gotten one that was closer to 2 MOA. And for all of those, in the past, what I would normally say is, hey, I probably pulled that shot. But really thinking about it and listening and doing research on shooting being kind of under the same rules of normal distribution, it really started to make sense that I'm probably not pulling as many shots as I believe. I mean, of course it happens sometimes. But the rifle itself, due to so many factors, when those factors line up in different ways, you're going to get different results. So when I went to shoot 10-shot groups, I did see those groups start opening up and getting closer to the 2 MOA mark, maybe just below. And it was pretty consistent. Now, the shots that were that wide apart were much fewer than the ones that were closer to a center. And that's what you would expect in a normal distribution. All in all, I love the fit and finish of this gun. I love the history behind the Sako brand. I love it because it's a family heirloom and because I know in terms of Georgia deer woods accuracy, this gun will get the job done every time. And I proved it this fall by harvesting a couple game animals. So I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please take a second, hit that like and subscribe button and support the channel. And as always, thank you all, and God bless.